Hi, I'm Brad. Where are you calling from?
Calling from Trail, British Columbia.
Detroit, Michigan.
Calling from San Jose, California.
And wherever you are, welcome to Blond Radio. Hi, I'm Brad. I live on the west coast of Canada. The rain is finally starting to go away, and I've honestly got a lot of hope in my heart for the coming months. And welcome to Blond Radio, where every week I talk to a new stranger from around the world. Today we'll talk to Helen, a fellow creator on TikTok who I've had the pleasure of following for quite some time now. Their creativity and sense of purpose in their work has been so inspirational, and it was great to finally sit down and chat. But first, this week at Blond Radio on Instagram, I gave you a prompt. How do you avoid burnout? Here's what you had to say.
Hi, my name's David, and I'm calling from San Jose, California, and I avoid burnout by just in general hanging out with friends and having a blast and just trying to enjoy what I do instead of seeing it like I'm forced to. I try to see it as like, oh hey, let me do this because I like it and not just because I need to. So yeah.
Hi, my name's Sophie. I'm calling from just outside of Toronto, Ontario, and I avoid burnout by just straight up avoiding the thing that is going to cause me the burnout and doing a little self-care moment, whether that's like playing some guitar or going on a walk or laying in bed for an extra hour. It's all self-care if it isn't schoolwork, right?
Hi Brad, this is Lucky calling from Trail, British Columbia, and I avoid burnout by trying something new, completely. It's like my old art teacher used to say, you can learn a lot about drawing with a pencil by making a really bad clay sculpture. I did a similar experience this summer where I tried out photography with an instant camera for the first time. And honestly, it kind of worked.
Hey, this is Mia calling from Sydney, Australia, and the way I avoid burnout is just by not taking things too seriously. If I've got an assignment to do for school, I'll know it's important and I'll know that I'll have to do it, but I won't put too much pressure on myself and I won't let it get in the way of my time where I do things I enjoy, whether it's like watching my favorite TV show or playing a bit of guitar, just whatever I feel like. I'll make sure I leave time for those things, like you said. Step back and go, hang on, do I really need to be worrying like this? Shout out Kiki's Delivery Service for teaching me that one.
Hey Brad, it's me Ryan calling from Detroit, Michigan. The way I avoid burnout is that I make a daily schedule for myself and I follow it. Like, I wake up, I get work done, I take a break, go on a walk, do something to distract myself, and get back to work.
Thanks to everyone for submitting their responses. Now, here's Sydney. Hello. Yo, this is so exciting.
Do I sound okay?
Yeah. What kind of microphone you running with?
Just my Xbox headset, but I have a. Okay, hold on. I have two other things that we could.
Maybe
use.
Let's try. We're getting a bit of popping on this one, but yeah, let's.
Okay, how's this?
Yeah, that sounds decent.
Oh my gosh, what does it sound like?
It sounds better than the last thing by far, which is good.
Okay, this is so silly.
Okay, I think we could just hop into it. Are you ready? Are you cozy? Are you comfy?
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, sweet. Hello, Sid. Sydney? Sid, what do you prefer?
Everyone calls me Sid or Squid.
Damn, that's cool. When did the squid come about? Was that a natural occurrence or what happened there?
It kind of just happened in 9th grade in high school. That's when I got Instagram, and I didn't want just Sydney Long. I thought that was boring, so I made my Instagram Squidney Helen, and then everyone was like, what the heck is a Squidney? And so they just started calling me Squid.
That's so swag. What the hell? That's awesome. Sweet. And your day's been going well? How's your day?
My day's been good. I just got out of school. Boring high school. Yeah, that's all. It's kind of weird because of lockdown and stuff.
Are you running with online classes or are you doing any in-person stuff?
No, it's all in person.
Oh,
for me,
shoot. Wow.
It's Texas. So
right.
We kind of don't have a choice.
Right. Well, that answers
Sad
my
times.
next question. I was going to ask where you're calling from. And have you lived in Texas your whole life?
I used to live in California.
Mm-hmm.
I moved to California in 4th grade, and then I lived there till the middle of 9th grade.
Oh, shoot.
And then I moved back here.
Okay. A little bit all over. But damn. Do you feel like Texas is where you want to be, or do you have plans to end up somewhere else?
I do not want to live here. I
Yeah.
want my family's actually moving to Scotland in the summer. So,
Oh, shoot. Okay.
um yeah, so I'm probably going to live there for a while. My mom wants me to go to school in London and do film stuff there. I feel like that's so big. It's not far away, but it feels far away.
It is a big change.
Yeah,
I feel
really
like
big change.
you're someone that could maybe roll with the big change, but that's for future you to figure out. We don't gotta
Yeah,
solve that right now. Yeah.
yeah.
Awesome. Cool. Off the bat, Sydney, thank you so much for joining me today. But give me the kind of elevator pitch on you for maybe someone who isn't familiar with your content. What you do, and what sort of got you to where you are today.
Okay. It all started for me in April. I started posting because that's when America was kind of like
Mm-hmm.
in their big, like, scary lockdown. And so everyone had to stay home. And I think that's how it started for a lot of people. Like, like Sierra
Mm-hmm.
and Roy, they all started the same way, but it was all during quarantine for me. And I started posting these little music videos
Mm-hmm.
that were oh, it's from TikTok. That's what I do, guys. I do TikTok.
Yeah.
I forgot to mention that. It's from TikTok. I started posting just these like 1 minute music videos,
Mm-hmm.
and it's kind of opened my eyes for me is when I did this like 3-part series of me like doing all these weird wall transitions and like floor transitions of like falling through the ground like into like water and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what kind of made me realize like this could actually like be a big thing. This is something that I would like to do more of and in the future and stuff. And so that's what kind of started it for me. And so I started making more of that stuff and I started gaining more followers. And now it's kind of become a big part of my life. Now I get job opportunities from them from where I live now. It just kind of turned into a big thing.
That's so cool. And that does sound about correct. I feel like there was a bit of a TikTok renaissance like in March, April when most of North America went on pretty big
Hmm.
lockdown, and you have all these
Yeah.
really really cool creators like Sierra is just a huge inspiration to me, and I'm guessing yourself, as far as just like what can be
Hmm.
done on the app. And it doesn't just have,
Hmm.
because when I don't know if you've experienced this, but if you tell anyone in your day-to-day life like, oh, I make TikTok videos, like, oh, you dance, it's like, no.
Yeah, that's what they all think. That's what they
Yeah.
all think.
Very cool. Was making videos a thing prior to TikTok? Was that a part of your life at all previously?
I would make little short videos for like my family and
Hmm.
stuff. Like I would do dumb like parodies. Like one time I did this, I was little, right when Stranger Things came out.
Yeah.
Me and my friend made like this dumb like Stranger Things parody vid. And I would make just dumb videos with my friends. They would be
Hmm.
like little like YouTube skits, but we wouldn't post them anywhere because we were too embarrassed of them. But it was kind of just for like fun. Then I was in this AV class, this audio visual class for school,
Hmm.
but it was all kind of news centered, like school news centered. So I realized like that was when I was like videos boring, like this is only for news, but I didn't really realize that like it's everywhere. Like video stuff is everywhere. You can use it for everything.
Hmm.
And so it kind of just built up to that, to where I started realizing that I could do more than just like school news stuff. And yeah.
That's so cool. And you're speaking to this a little bit previously about when you discovered all these like transitions and stuff, because your videos have so many cuts, so many shots, transitions. Two of my favorites that stick out, the abandoned building one where you go in and it's like this parallel world where they're still in the house. I don't know if I'm describing that
Hmm.
correctly.
No, you are.
Yeah. And the photographer one I just adore. But there's so many layers
Really?
to it. Oh yeah, that I chef's kiss.
Wow.
So I'm curious,
Thank
like,
you.
what does the planning process look like, going into
Oh,
these kind of
God.
bigger videos? Because that doesn't seem like something like a small undertaking.
I'm going to sound crazy. Everyone's going to think I'm insane after this, but I will sit in my room for I don't know how many hours. I'll sit in my room, I'll wake up, I'll like eat breakfast, and then I'll like sit back in my bed and I'll just like listen to random music.
Hmm.
I'll listen to all kinds of genres to think of like any idea. Like that portrait thing on fire.
Yeah.
That one was, I was like, I said, I need to post a TikTok. So I went to my room right after dinner and I sat in my room for like 2 hours listening to like classical music. And then I came up with that. And then me and my dad like thought about ways to like show it. And like, I'll always, whenever I'm filming, I have no idea what's next.
Mhm.
Like I have like this image in my head because usually I'll pick a certain scene that I want to do. Like for example, it was like that picture birding.
Mhm.
I wanted to do that one scene to where it like blended into it, and so I'll just plan like one big scene and then I'll just wing it all the way around, which
Mhm.
is not good. Don't take my advice on how to make a film. You don't want to just wing everything, but I'll just keep filming and I'll like add on to ideas, and I'll sometimes I like film a bunch of random stuff and I won't even put it into the video.
Mhm.
I just keep filming and filming until I like put like puzzle pieces together.
Mhm. Yeah, I've heard other creators speak to that. Sort of like just film everything, and then like the narrative kind of finds itself once you're editing it.
hmm
That's
Yeah.
really cool. And I like this sort of reoccurring, or at least it felt maybe a bit more so in summer when people were around. But you had a cast of characters. I mean, I'm assuming they're all just your friends that I would frequently see in your videos and stuff. Were they sort of like in on it? Were you working with them, or would you just sort of like be hanging out and then you'd like turn the camera on?
We would just be hanging out. I like to film. Before I started making TikToks, I
Mhm.
would post monthly videos on Instagram of
Yeah.
like a summary of my month. It would just be like random fun stuff that my friends and I would do because I'm like the type of person that I'll take videos and pictures of everything with my friends
Mhm.
because I like want to remember the moment and I want to like look back on it, which is bad because I looked at my camera roll and I have like 13,000
Oh my God.
items in my camera roll. I'm not even joking. I'm not even joking, dude. It's really bad. But I like to make videos with my friends so I can look back at them and be like, this was a good time in my life and I'm glad that I had this moment and stuff.
Mhm.
Does that make sense? Is that what you were asking?
Yeah, that does make sense.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
and it makes sense with what you were saying previously. Seems like you all just got the camera ready, which is pretty cool.
Mhm.
Do tell me, what's the feeling of connecting with other creators through the app? Because that's, I don't know about you, but that's been one of the highlights for me, is just having met so many crazy cool people around the world that enjoy doing the same thing I do. Is there someone or some people that you look up to the most, creatively speaking?
I probably talked to more people that I've met on TikTok than I do in real life
Mhm.
because we all have like the same interests. It was like a moment for me to realize like there's more people out there that love doing the same exact stuff that I like to do. And so, for example, that's when I met Sierra in
Yeah.
the summer. She only had like 50K, I think. We kind of like just clicked really fast. And she's like forever going to be one of the people that I look up to. Her and Last Man Stanley,
Mhm.
because that guy's dope. We all have this little group chat where we talk about our projects and we like help each other out, which I'm really thankful for because if it wasn't for them and like if it wasn't for them like continuing to make insanely like talented stuff,
Mhm.
I probably like would have given up. Like, but it's because of the community that all of us keep like going. All of us keep just stepping forward and we kind of like have grown together.
Mhm.
We kind of all grown closer due to the app. Which I'm very thankful for because we all have like this little community to where we all kind of inspire each other. We all bounce off of each other with ideas and stuff.
Oh, yeah, that's super valuable. As much as recognition from, because you get engagement from people that you have no idea who they are, but when it's coming from someone that knows exactly what the process is like and knows kind of what you're going through, that really means a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I know you desperately wanted to hit 100K by the end of 2020.
Oh,
I
sad.
want to hit 200. It didn't happen, and that's okay. And sometimes just fighting the algorithm can be a bit tricky. Did you experience any burnout in 2020? Do you feel like you were going too hard?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It kind of started getting, because I feel like it happens to all the creators at some point, probably
Yeah.
to where like you become obsessed with numbers
Mhm.
and like you like start like mixing up your self-worth and like your quote unquote internet fame.
Mm-hmm.
And I was being really hard on myself for a while towards like the end of the year because I would always get those videos that I'd worked really hard on and they would only get like 2,000 likes, which I didn't think was a lot, but at least it was some engagement. But I would get so mad at myself and I would like want to give up. I'd be like, yo, this isn't working out. I should just stop posting and stuff. But then I would look at other creators and I would see how they would go through the same stuff. It's just the algorithm.
Mm-hmm.
The algorithm's insane. They want to mess with you.
Yeah.
They want to hurt your feelings. But
There's
they're not gonna get me. They're not gonna get me.
The emotional manipulation department of TikTok is thriving right now.
Yeah. And mostly like the people that helped me was like all my little TikTok friends. Like I would have to like reassure myself that like I'm not the only one that goes through this stuff and it's just an app. I feel like if you get attention, if you have like raw talent and you have good talent and you get attention from that, then you could easily go somewhere else, gain the same attraction and make a living off of it somewhere else, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that carries over into like my content admittedly is I try to stay on the wholesome side of content. It's very I like to think if I put positive things into the universe, it'll just ripple and it'll be nice and then it'll just be better for everyone. So yeah, going into it with the intention of like, if it's not working out here, it could probably work out somewhere else. Like at least it worked here for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm glad. Do you feel at the same level of burnout, or do you feel like you're in a better mental state now?
I'm trying to be in a better mental state. I'm trying because it's new year, new me.
Yeah.
New Froki.
Yeah.
I'm trying to, because I've gotten through TikTok, I've have to think about the good stuff that I've gotten and how I've gotten just like little job opportunities from where I live.
Right.
And how that's what TikTok's brought me. And I don't really care about numbers anymore because that's not who I'm working for. I don't want to I would always be like, people, I don't want to post this. People aren't going to like this. But I realized that I kind of just want to make stuff for myself. That's how it started off. I think that's how it starts off for a lot of people. People are like, I think this is cool. I'm going to post it. Until later, it slowly turns into like, oh, I'm going to post this. I really hope they like it. I really hope that this blows up and all that stuff. So where was I going with this?
I think,
what was the question? I feel like I'm about to repeat myself.
No, if I can follow your train of thought, because initially you start posting for you and then slowly it becomes this other thing. But I think it's dangerous to ever forget, why you started making videos. I think
exactly
why people can sometimes burn out. But it sounds like why you do it and why it makes you happy.
Yeah.
That's swag.
Swag. Swag level increased.
Maximum swaggage. I don't like the way I said that. But no, I can.
That sounded like Stampy. You sounded like Stampy.
I'm living for this. Because for maybe like 3-4 years before this whole TikTok thing, I was making videos for myself on YouTube like once a month-ish. Kind of similar to what you're doing for Instagram. And, I just tell myself it's just for me. And of course you get the support of your friends and family. But it definitely is a different hit. People that have no connection to you to say, this thing is cool. And I don't know you, Brad, but this thing is cool. And I go, wow, that maybe means I can do something with this. So I don't know if that's what you're feeling, but I think you could do something with this, Sydney. I previously did not know you very well. And I feel like I know you a little bit now. It hasn't swayed my opinion of how creative I think you are. I think you're a very, very talented individual.
That is so sweet.
Of course.
Thank you.
Always. Sydney, thank you for joining me today. But in closing, I was wondering, oh, nice. I wrote this ahead of time, but it kind of ties in perfectly. What advice would you give to someone to stay determined? Because what I've really admired about you is your persistence regardless of that external engagement. What would you say to someone who feels like they're hitting the wall?
You gotta keep in mind that you started making this stuff for yourself. gonna repeat because it's true, and I feel like not a lot of people know that. But stay determined. It's so easy. I read this quote the other day. I was watching some YouTuber, and he said it's easier to criticize someone than to create. And
Ooh,
that
yeah.
kind of means that like it takes a lot of effort to create, and if you create something, then that should be enough for you. And there's anyone that criticizes your stuff is just doing that because they can't make anything just as good like that. If that makes sense.
That
They
does.
can't make anything as good as that because it's just so easy to criticize than to create something just as good.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's what's been keeping me going this week, is to remember that hate is gonna hate.
They
Hate
will.
is gonna hate.
But creators gonna create, and there's only
Mhm.
that's a very, I think, smaller proportion of people. So we in the club. Yep.
Yo, this place be bussin'.
I still remember. I don't know why this memory is coming, but I remember watching you make breadsticks on one of your TikTok lives, and then we burned them because you were playing Red Dead.
Oh my gosh. I was so sad, Brad. I was so upset with myself. That game was like a weird chapter in my life. I woke up 7 a.m., played it to like 12 a.m. Then they took it off. What's it called? They took it off Xbox Gold or something. To where they took it off the one where you
free.
can't get all the free. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was devastated, and I'm too cheap to buy it. So I kind of
Maybe-
just stopped.
Maybe it was for the best.
Maybe they saw me. They saw my activity.
We gotta curb this behavior. Yeah, perhaps. But yeah, thank you again. Thank you so much for joining, chatting, and talking today. This is very sweet.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. Any exciting plans the rest of your day?
I gotta edit a little video for this art gallery that they're closing, and then I have
sad.
to. I know, that's so sad. And then I have to start filming this Ferris Bueller's Day Off parody for my school show.
Oh, that's pretty fun.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I gotta be Cameron. I have to pretend to be sick, and then I have to be mad in my car.
That doesn't sound like a challenge too hard for you. I think you'll pull it off.
Easy stuff.
Yeah. Jazz hands, brava, a little bit of moxie, as they say. Very good. Sweet. Thank you so much, Sydney. It was lovely chatting, and we'll definitely be in touch.
Alrighty. Thank you for talking to me
Of course.
again.
Always. Ciao.
Goodbye.
Special thanks to Sydney and everyone who submitted a response for making this episode possible. Intro music provided by Wayfie, that's Wayfie, and accompanying tracks by Lowboil, that's Loboil, who can both be found on all major streaming platforms. I'll see you soon, and thanks for tuning in to Blond Radio.